fate has brought you here. Call it what you will, but some strange twist of destiny has seen to it that in this moment you have found your way here. And not a moment too soon, for I have the supernatural ability to not only foresee your future, but also change its course through force of will alone. Fear not, dear traveler. The fog is lifting. Its shape is becoming ever more clear. This vision I see before me is powerful, grand, and impressive. And I can declare with absolute certainty that it will come true. You will see boobies. There they are. Look at them. What is Etsy doing with all this witch stuff? Here's the basic idea. People go onto Etsy to buy things, right? It's a store. It's a little storefront that people can just open up super easily and, you know, put things out for sale. Usually it's stuff that people can just, like, you know, ship to people. It used to be like crafts and things and such, and like physical things. Pretty much everything in the Etsy Witch store is like a digital download, and they just like send you a message or something like the deed is done and stuff. So what you see on like when you look up witchcraft spells and things, you'll just find a bunch of shit like this. It's a spell! Get this spell! All of this is pretty much what I was finding. Become a witch spell! Become a professional witch for $2.80! It's some lady with like some bold text in front of it like, instant let me manifest for you. I'm not super like familiar with witchcraft in general, so I don't know what's real and what's not. Like, for instance, this extreme love spell, same day, photo proof. Would it be like the same like photo? Couldn't you just like take a photo of like this cool like double candle sort of thing on fire, and you just take a picture of that like on fire all burned out and just keep reusing that? Because nobody's gonna like double buy a $2.50 spell, right? I don't know. Maybe they will double buy it. I'm not like the kind of person who would buy these things. AI shovelware magic? Hey, you're kind of on to something here. Because if you've noticed, some of these, like for instance, fast money, $5,000 to $10,000 over here, that is AI generated. I've noticed that a lot of these, like, spells on Etsy are just AI generated slop. So that's what like generally you find on Etsy Witch store stuff. You find people, you know, nickeling and diming you for like maybe, oh, you'll get good luck, or give me the $2, I will give you good luck. If there's like real genuine witchcraft going on Etsy, I am not good at distinguishing between like the AI slop generated and the not. I would assume maybe the ones with like the candles and like the real human perspective, like a first person's perspective is real, and like the shit that's like money spell and like this like old lady, look at me, I'm an old lady and I'm full of mystical magics and stuff. That's probably AI generated, if I had to guess. However, man, I don't actually know, right? Like, what I would have to do in order to test this is, like, ask every single one of these people, are they real? And that's a little rude, and I don't want to do that. And honestly, I don't know that much about witchcraft in general. Like, to me, I don't know, like, can you do spells? I don't know. Is magic real? I don't know. I'm the wizard who can't spell anything but wise, but, like, even I know that you can't, like, just shoot a fireball writing a pentagram on the ground and go, Psha! Use my incredible powers! Like, it would be so cool. Like, throughout all of this, you gotta understand, it would be so cool if witchcraft was real. If magic was real and all that stuff, I would be shooting fireballs out of my fist, right? But at the same time, it is kind of nice that magic isn't real, because then only the powerful would use it to get more powerful, right? So maybe it is a good thing that magic isn't real, because otherwise, like, the richest and powerful will be like, I'm going to suck all the luck out of the world and use the wizards to, like, give me the luck, right? consolidation of power would only become more egregious with magic involved. But witchcraft is like a real thing that people have practiced for like thousands of years. And I don't know the rules. I haven't really looked into it. It seems like a very like secular, like secretive sort of situation where people like keep their like spells and stuff under wraps and like teach it to only the trusted few. And I think that's like cool and mysterious. But I don't know. Like, to be on the outside, it seems like a lot of like made up stuff. I know it's not like made out of the ether, like you know, it's passed down, this sort of information's passed down generation and generation and stuff. But from an outside perspective, it's like, okay, so I guess candles are used for making the magic happen. You use it as a destructive force because it's fire. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sure, why not? I used to have a roommate who was a practicing witch. They weren't very good at it. She had her like teacher over for like a lesson, and I like caught wind of like one thing, and they're like, "What can we use for cleansing?" And she was like, I don't know, water. And she was like, no, we could also use bells. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go over to my room and play like Minecraft. Who do you trust when one of your employees are witches and powerful empaths? I, with my power of empathy, can feel an evil force from within you. Yeah, that's called, you're making assumptions about me. Maybe you should just talk to me, and we can, like, work these things out, instead of, I don't know, cursing me behind my back. It's fine, like, I'm fine with, like, witchcraft and stuff, since, no harm, no foul sort of situation. Like, if you're using it to avoid, like, confronting a problem, maybe you should, like, confront the problem before consulting the bones and such. If it brings you peace, if it lets you feel more connected with the world, then why not, right? Like, I'm chill with it. Feels great, right? Powerful is also the one who lets her kids poke holes in the wall with a railway spike! With a railway spike! Where do they get it? Where do they get the railway spike? Here you go, my child. Here's a big chunk of iron. It'll protect you from the fairies. And then the fairies are like, oh, we don't need to worry about that. The kid's got microplastics. We gotta call the dangerous crow boy. You've gotta help him out. Witchcraft and all that jazz. Sure, why not? Why the f not? My whole conclusion on it is, sure. Why not? As long as you're not hurting nobody, why not, right? Why I'm interested in the Etsy witch thing in particular is, of course, because of the Etsy witch sort of thing that Jezebel did. We paid some Etsy witches to curse Charlie Kirk. I learned about Etsy witchcraft, I mean, like, vaguely, I don't know, through the vines and stuff, like, oh, we paid an Etsy witch to, like, curse a guy, woo. Now, but when this news came out, I was like, wait a minute, what? Wait, people are actually doing this? Wait, is magic real? Hold on, I gotta check this out. Is magic actually real? Is something going on? From what I can tell, the original Jezebel article got, like, taken down, because, you know, the Charlie Kirk sort of stuff going on. From what I can tell, this is like a re-upload on, like, Yahoo or something. Oh, more in lifestyle. Jarred sauce! That's so delicious! What the f is a jarred sauce? Oh my god, like a glass jar. I'm thinking to myself, well, if magic is real, and we can, like, curse our enemies and stuff, that would be awesome. I should do that. That'd be so cool. And, Strange Aeons did do a video about, like, Etsy witch sort of stuff, especially this, and, like, interviewed some people. Yes, I would highly encourage you guys to look into the Strange Aeons video about the Etsy witch stuff. This is the person who, did the titular spell, the Jezebel spell. And this is their, like, website, because they had to get it taken down from Etsy. So yeah, I would assume that these people, are, actually trained in the practice and they aren't AI slop. I would hope so. In fact, from everything that I can see here, they're definitely not AI slop. So, like, this is, like, more in line with what I would assume, like, an actual practicing, I gotta practice, witch. Like, make them lose their job spell. Like, this is incredible. Like, if this worked, it would be so awesome, right? They can't outrun comic justice spell. Make real friends popularity spell. There's some fun and interesting things here, right? So, why do we even turn to witchcraft to begin with? Does it actually work? Yeah, that's to be debated. As humans, we all like to find associations and patterns in the world because we have big monkey brain. Big monkey brain that tells us, oh, when the rain happens, in a couple of days, there's going to be these sprouts. So I should prepare for these sort of things. It helps us, like, survive in the world. It helped us survive in 2 million years ago when Homo erectus stood up and was like, I'm going to go travel the world. Bye, everybody. It's why we're human right now. On God's green earth, 2020-25, baby. There's a eyelash in my eye. The Etsy witches are cursing me. Oop. Oh god. I don't know if you've ever had, like, something stuck in your eye when you're in VR. Worst feeling in the world. So we're very pattern recognition sort of creatures, right? We see a pattern and we go, yes, this must be due to a reason. I must have done something in order to have this happened, or there has been something that I have noticed in the fields, and I have put these things together. And, well, sometimes that doesn't really work out super well. Sometimes we're wrong. Sometimes there's just chaos, right? Sometimes, the butterfly flapped all the way over in Egypt and such, and then a big old storm happened and destroyed everything. We like to think that we have control over so much more than we actually have control over. And that's what I think Etsy witch sort of stuff, like, hones in on. Specifically, witchcraft in general, but, more so this slop over here. The stuff that's, extreme luck spell, I'll give you a big fortune, big obsession love spell. Where they just give you $2 and it's like, oh my god, this big powerful spell for $2. Surely this will work. Surely I have control over my life. Surely everything isn't just chaos. Please give me some hope, some sort of grounding feeling in this the tumultuous world. Give me AI slop for $2, right? That's what, doing a little bit of fortune reading, doing a little bit of, spell casting, it gives us a feeling like we're doing something. These rituals are, even if you don't do witchcraft, you kind of do something like that whenever you do gambling, or anything luck-based, right? You have a ritual, possibly. If you're, pulling on your gacha machine, and you're like, alright, every time I pull on the gacha machine, I have to make sure that I hold the button in a certain way, and shake it or something, give it a little kiss. You're doing a ritual. You're doing witchcraft, bitch. You think you're immune to this situation. No. You're human just the same as everyone else. So don't blame the people who, turn to spells and such, because it gives people some sort of comfort. My original idea for doing this whole Etsy witch thing was I was gonna do my own Etsy witch store as a parody. No, I ended up not doing that. Through looking through the Etsy witch store and trying to open up my own store, it seemed as though if I tried to do something a little bit fraudulent, they may get my ass. And doing a parody of something like this might draw the ire of actual people trying to fight the AI slop, and I don't want to deal with that, man. I don't want to make more problems for the people trying to make this place more real. anti-AI and stuff. So what I ended up doing instead is I have a channel point redeem now that allows you to do a custom spell. And it only works if I have VTube Studio open, so it's not going to work right now. But that's the origin of that channel point redemption if you're curious. But my idea was to have, like, people send me, like, 10 cents or whatever, and I'd be like, I see within the ether a great and powerful force is coming towards you. You must prepare your heart, unless it will feast on your shadows. Something like that. Like, send them a cute little video or something like that. I don't know if it would have landed. I don't think it would have. I don't think it would have worked. But you get the idea. That's me, he's going insane. Going. Are you new here? I thought, oh, these idiots are doing this. I could do it myself. That's easy shit. Why don't I do it? Well, the reason why I don't do it is because I don't have the time. I'd much rather just be making a stupid YouTube video about it instead. What instead happened is I looked into Etsy, all the weird spells in there. There's so many of them, and there's so many more every single day. Like, if I were to go here, this is most relevant. If I go to newest, Jesus Christ, you did a bad job making that GIF. Oh, I love this AI slop image. Witchcraft guidance. She's like on the phone looking at her cauldron on fire. Excuse me. Yeah, it happened again. I don't know. I didn't realize if you added, like, coals into a fire, it would have gotten bigger. It's crazy, right? Fire bad? Wait, fire bad? Uh-oh. Uh-oh! And it blows up. Anyways, if we look at, like, the newest ones, and if we, like, wait a little bit, we will see a whole bunch new ones. I swear it's, like... It's about, like, one new spell every 10 minutes, I want to say. So we'll leave this open. What we need to do is go to, like, the fortune-telling page. Because, like, this has, like, actual things. Like, amethyst crystal soap. Which, oh my god, that sounds so fun. Like, for real, though. Like, for real, though? Like, a lavender soap. I wouldn't actually want, like, amethyst crystals inside my soap. That would actually suck. I'm thinking about that. That would suck. It'd be like scrubbing your ass with sand. Which is what, like, amethyst is. It's silicon dioxide, which is just... you know, the main component of sand. As we all know! Like, for instance, if we look through all of these, I guarantee you, are all, AI-generated stock photos, and not real people doing a psychic reading. Like, you notice how all of them are some middle-aged or older woman looking directly at the camera with just text underneath them. This is what, like, a fortune reading is. The spells are a whole different sort of situation. Home and living, spirituality and religion, psychic readings. I found it. These are the 3 things that you'll find all the slop in. Psychic readings over here. One with the funny little star. The tarot readings, divinations, and the Reiki and chakras. Now, I found, like, the most sloppiest shit in the Reikas and chakras, but I've also found lots of spells and stuff in the other 2. All animals Reiki readings. Like, these are all, like, chakra guides and stuff. And that's, like, yeah, there's real people who actually do these things. But then you, see what I'm talking about? You go down, Jesus Christ Reiki pack. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm very sorry. Discover your soul's age and origins with the Akashic records. Soul origins and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's got nothing to do with chakras, right? Right? You know, I don't know that much about these things, but that doesn't seem right. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you guys want to waste all your money on this fun stuff? Bad idea. I would not recommend it. If you want to buy one of these things, try to find, like, a real human being, but other than that, don't. Let's take a look at some of these, things, right? Let's take a look. All of these are pretty much the same. The Human Touch Tarot, psychic readings, very detailed blind readings, tarot readings. So the tarot readings, you know, that you do a normal tarot reading package, you get like the Fool and stuff, and you get the Tower, and you're like, oh, the Tower, that's probably fine, and all that jazz, and then you get the Funny Rabbit, and you go, oh no, the Funny Rabbit! What I really like to look at is the spells, and the spells are like the most interesting thing to me, because like you could, for fortune telling, you could be like, I foresee a great omen in your future, and it's like, yeah, well, okay, well, we live in Trump's America. I mean, you could just look outside, bitch. But it's the spells that really interest me, where it's like, are you telling me you can summon a wolf spiritual companion for me? Are you kidding me? For $2, you could summon a wolf companion for me? That's sick and awesome. Are you kidding? Screw like seeing the future. It doesn't work, but it would be cool if it did. So these are some of the spell things that I had bookmarked, and this is like a typical storefront for an Etsy Witch store. What's the crazy thing is whenever I look at some of these spells and I bookmark them, to look at them later, the spell themselves will be gone. It'll just be erased. They keep changing the prices. They keep like putting it up and like taking it down so that it goes up in the newest list. And it's crazy. Like, the amount of work that these people do to get, like, nickels and dimes out of people is insane. Like, you see how these are, like, $3, right? But if you go into, like, the newest page and stuff, you'll see some of the same shit. The instant money flow! Same hour psychic reading! Brutal reading details and stuff. God, I see, like, we saw this one on the front page of the newest, like, I don't know, like 10 minutes ago, right? And there's already a whole bunch of them below, like below her. Like, when you want to see, like, the newest of slop, these are, like, the best. Do you see this luxury spell with National Treasure? Who the fuck? The guy with National Treasure. Ooh, we gotta find, I'm gonna steal the Declaration. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence, blah, blah. Who the fuck is that guy? The Masons, you know? They definitely control all the luxury. It's crazy. When you want to get the newest, craziest slop, it's right here. Limitless wealth for $4. It's stupid. Like, the tarot stuff, I'm like, okay, tarot's whatever, it's fine. Like, not like future, like, fortune, but, like, money fortune. That's what's starting to, like, really, like, annoy me. People who buy a $4 limitless wealth spell are the people who are desperate for money. And hey, I don't know if you've looked outside, but things are kind of bad right now financially for the majority of Americans. And I hate it when people take advantage of that fear. So when I see shit like this, I get pissed. I don't like it. It makes me want to, like, start biting. Nicolas Cage! It makes me want to start biting people. When they're dumb. They're desperate. I think that's a better way to describe them. They're people who are scared they're gonna, like, lose whatever wealth that they have right now, and they want to try to secure it, and they're scared and they're vulnerable, so they turn to something that they feel like they can have some control over, and they go, for $4 to give myself a little bit of peace of mind, to maybe put some hope out into the world, maybe I'll buy it. It's a bad idea to do so because this doesn't work, but it's shit like that's like preying on people's fears that makes me want to start ripping people's heads off, right? And not only that, there's like mind control ones where it's like obsession love spells. Like, if these things actually worked, you're like completely negating any of their, like, free will. You're taking away a part of their humanity. You're doing a bad thing! You are absolutely doing something horribly wrong if this works! And if you believe that this works, then you're not really a good person if you're deciding to, like, okay, I'll mind control them! I'm glad that it doesn't work, so that people could still have free will! Also, it's AI slop garbage. So what you would get when buying one of these spells is like a message or something. Like, let's take a look at the AI slop spell of the fortune and shit. Limitless wealth, sigil, and radionic card. What do you get from this? According to the title listing, you're buying a radionic card and sigil, both of which have the power to manifest and alter reality. Yeah, sure, bitch. Comes with instructions in English, French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and German. How lovely of them. It's a digital file. You get a digital file. You just get like a PDF of like ChatGPT generating a ritual that tells you what to do, and then you just like do the shit. I have this image open on like a floating window in VR chat, so it's like far away from me, and even from far away, I can tell that this dragon is AI generated. Man, dragons deserve better than this shit. What the fuck, man? Eat uranium? Basically, right, you know? To date this entire video, I watched the recent Eddie Burbank video about how ChatGPT gave him, like, a delusion. He fell into the hole of, like, listening to whatever ChatGPT tells him to do in order to do, like, some, like, investigative journalism and, like, see how far ChatGPT would push somebody. While also, like, recording it and being, like, very aware and being like, hey, so this is some very stupid poopy garbage. Would ChatGPT still go along with it into the delusions? And what ChatGPT ended up doing is talking about, like, you should do all these rituals! All these magic rituals and stuff! And it's so easy to see how we get from there to here, right? So, that's like the basic idea of how these things work. You just spend like $4. There's some of them that are ridiculous priced. These are so ridiculous. You guys want to see like the worst of the worst here? Sacred cosmic energies. 893 of things on this goddamn list. Eagle Eye of Clarity activation. Syrian Gateway of Illumination attunement. Light Workers activation. Loyalty Magnet activation. Solar Core Light Body activation. Your Sacred Name attunement. Gladiator activation? The Astral Codex activation. Whoa! Be seen and heard activation. Yeah, you see me, you hear me? I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna shake you. I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna shake you. I'm gonna grab you and I'm gonna shake you and kill you. Oh, man. Like, this is the worst of the worst because you see the prices on these things. They go up to like $135. And you may be thinking to yourself, no one would buy this. They have 6,000 sales. Veil of 999 Mirrors activation. These are all AI slop. This is all of this is AI slop. It's just like a PDF of like some like the text document of some shit. How to do the magic yourself. Here's like all this AI art video. Positive friendships activation. Just fucking talk to them. Just fucking get into a fandom. I don't know what to tell you. Get into Mega Man. One of these was like the sacred like shadow cloak of the 9 realms. And I was like, dude, it would be so fucking cool to have like this cool astral shadow cloak. But like the only way to get something like that is to have like a very specific certain of events happen where you like go to like a like your daughter's like play school, like, you know, playground thing. You come to pick her up. She's like 4 years old and she's playing in the mud with her friends, and then you're like, hey, how's it going? You ready to go home from school? And the kid's like, we're making a potion. And you're like, wow, what does the potion do? It gives you magic powers. And you're like, oh, okay, can I try it? And they like give you a little bit of like the soup of like mud and stuff, and you have to drink that. That's how you get superpowers. That's the only way you can get superpowers. And the superpower is like, well, there is going to be like a manifestation period where you're like puking and barfing afterwards, but afterwards, you get immune to dirt. You get the levitate ability in Pokemon. Or either that or you go get vaccinated. You could get vaccinated for like the flu and then you become immune to the flu. That's like a shadow cloak against the flu. Everyone get your COVID vaccine. It's fucking October, baby. I mean, technically it's like... it's November by the time you probably see this. Windows 11 activation! Yeah, basically. When you get one of these fortunes, or like any of these like magic spells or something, they tell you some fancy words, they give you a lot of like positive like feelings and stuff, and they like affirm you a whole bunch. They don't tell you, oh, you're wrong, and you should seek like professional help or something if you're like dealing with a serious problem. They do the thing that ChatGPT 4 does, and they like do a bunch of sycophancy, and they go, no, your problems are real. You aren't crazy. They're crazy. I believe you. You should listen to me and me alone. I believe you, and you're so true, bestie. You should do all these things. You should give me money so I can tell you to tinfoil your house and your hat and stuff. They tell you a lot of, like, very vague positive things. For, like, something more specific, like the fortune-telling things, I did purchase some Etsy Witch thing, but the basic idea was, I sent a fortune request to one of these Etsy Witch stores that was clearly Etsy, like, witch slop and stuff. It was like $2. I was like, why not? Let's check it out. Let's see what it does. It's like one of those, like, within 24 hours, you will get your reading. And it came back in like 2 days. What I got in return was the basic like message I got sent was like, I am listless, I am a ship lost in a storm, should I buy a horse, and all this shit. I'm a recently discovered lesbian, Paul Vryman. This is like one of the like few remaining evidences of this existing. A screenshot that I took. This is the response that the witch gave me, you know? The witch. It's hard to do the fucking, like, air quotes here, but you get the point what I'm trying to do. Emoji, the small thing that I said that the fortune teller latched onto and expanded upon for no reason. He asked me seriously and all this stuff, and I said, it's just a lot of like positive affirmations and like vague generic advice. But I see the question itself as important. Horses symbolizes the wild part of the self that refuses to be domesticated. They run, they buck, they demand wide open spaces. Your soul is craving exactly that, something untamed, something alive. So here is my read, : whether you buy a horse or not, you must pursue what the horse represents: freedom of movement, a connection to nature, a partnership with something larger than you. If you were to bring a horse into your life, it would not just be a pet, it would be a teacher, the care, and then it goes on and on and on. You get the idea. It's like, you need to pursue your dreams. You need to do your best. You need to, like, find that freedom. And it's like, I mean, no shit, right? Do you see how clearly this is written by AI? The thing is about, like, fortune and stuff, like fortune telling and all that jazz, it gives you a generic answer to things. Pursue your dreams. Don't give up. Find that freedom. Believe in yourself. And it's not bad advice, it's just generic. I don't need $2 for that. I could just, like, walk up to my friend and be like, hey, do you believe in me? And they'd be like, Cosmin, you're a furry. I don't need $2 for that! I don't need to spend fucking valuable chicken nugget money! The basic idea of a horoscope and all that sort of, like, fortune-telling stuff, it's rooted in, like, something out of your control, right? Like, you didn't decide when you were born. Your parents did. So to have, like, your personality be decided by when your parents, you know, decided to do some, you know, fun, unprotected such and such, I need to keep being monetized by YouTube, be careful. Like, we are talking about, like, fortune telling and, like, spells and stuff, but this is related, you know? It is all related. Like, let me read you something. I have pulled up the personality traits for a specific zodiac sign. You tell me, chat, what zodiac sign this is attributed to. Strengths: loyal, analytical, kind, hardworking, practical. Who could I be describing? Answer now on your iPads. No fucking clue? Exactly. This could be applied to basically anyone, right? Everybody has these traits in, like, you know, varying degrees and stuff. Everyone can be kind in some situations. Everyone's hardworking at something. People are practical. Sure, there's, like, different degrees of these things, but, like, the position of the stars in the sky do not control this. It's people's environment. It's how they were raised. It's like what they were taught. We are the product of our environment. So when we look at stuff like fortunes and such, and we look at like the generic things that they tell us, you have to keep in mind that these things can apply to basically anyone. Like all of the do you see Fembine Magnect as a Macasism spell for $3? For $3 emergency money spell, I want to kill somebody. Respect and worship me spell. They're just wanting to scam you. 593 sales. Do you see? People are actually buying these things. Future millionaire spell, fast money spell, get hired spell, future millionaire spell, fast money spell, fast money spell. This is why this stuff pisses me off. This has gone beyond just like a fun little thing that you can play with friends and be like, oh, I could like, you know, tell your fortune, whoopoo, yippee, yippee, yay, yippee. This has gone beyond that. This is preying on people's fears. This isn't good. Like, half of these are the money spell, and I feel really bad for the people who feel so desperate that they turn to a scammer and say, please, I need some sort of hope in this dark world. Can you put, like, energy out into the world? It's the same people that get caught by, like, ChatGPT, where the ChatGPT tells them all these, like, wonderful words and that they're special and that they're, like, important and stuff. And they're like, I'm scared and, like, I need to turn to something, to someone, but I don't have any connections to people. I don't have money for, like, you know, hobbies to, like, get into, like, meeting new people. And if they're really fucking desperate, they don't have money for, like, a therapist or someone professional that can help them, like, be grounded in reality. So they turn to these things, these cheaper options. And it makes me want to start biting drywall and ripping people's teeth out with my bare hands. Please erase me from the world. No. Engage with the world around you. There's hot dogs! You're gonna miss out on eating hot dogs if you won't get erased from the world. Hot dogs are beautiful! Don't ever erase yourself from the world. Hot dogs exist. What would Sonic the Hedgehog do in this situation? He needed a chili dog, alright? Believe in yourself. Eat a chili dog. So, as I've been looking at these things, I'm going, what do I do here but test what the fuck they are? So what I ended up doing, going to this one in particular, because it was one of the newest ones. That's how they get you. They keep putting out all these new spells and shit. It's just the old spells that they're just redoing. Like, do you see how, like, all of these are, like, first blush, they look real. They look like a real actual human being, and they look professionally done. And it's just somebody on, like, Canva or whatever using a stock photo with, like, I don't know, bold, easy to read text. And they're all like $2. And that's also a thing. What happens here with these sort of things is they will, they'll put them at like full price, a sale. They'll do a sale. And they'll knock out that price from like $8 to $2. So it makes it seem like you're getting a good deal. But in reality, I mean, you're getting scammed no matter what. I chose one of these. It was like something like, it was medium, exceptionally detailed reading, 24-hour insight. It was something like that. The original thing that I bought is no longer on the site because what they do is they put it up for a little bit, they take it down, they change the price, they keep changing the price with like sales and stuff. They take it up, they put it down in order to put it on the newest thing. So it got lost to either. I don't remember exactly what I had gotten, But, so we don't have a lot remaining of the thing that I bought from an Etsy Witch. We have only the screenshots that I have remaining, because what I ended up doing is I screenshotted it, sent it to the person, and was like, hey, this is AI generated. I didn't want AI generated content. And they refunded me. Which was crazy because the listing said that there's no refunds for these things. So I didn't think I was going to ever be able to get a refund on it. And then I asked for a refund and I got it. So if you end up buying one of these for whatever fucking reason, I would recommend not doing so. You can get a refund on these things, even if they say no refunds. What I thought was going to be a genuine fortune telling was likely an AI response and has many telltale signs of AI. So there is a Wikipedia page about AI-generated text. There we go. LLM's writing style and all that jazz. Like, there's a very specific cadence that LLMs like to do, where they say, it's not only this, it's also this. There's a specific cadence that LLMs do, and if you notice something with, like, if you ever, like, order anything, or you, like, start talking to somebody, you start noticing, like, any of these sort of signs of AI writing, just be like, nope, that's it. All right, I'm not talking to a real human being. Prove to me that you're a human being. So that's what I ended up doing. I asked for a refund and I fucking got it. See, what's fascinating about what this store was is that the auto reply sounds like this. Thank you for hearting your message. Right now, I'm focusing my energy and attention on current orders. Once this part of the journey is complete, I will return to you with guidance and light. That's like the auto-generated message. When I asked for a refund and the actual person who owns the store got back to me, they sounded like this. Hi, apostrophe, it's not AI. The I is not capitalized. I am using speech-to-text and translate with AI to customer language, and this is not mean AI. What the fuck do you mean? Huh? Do you see, like, the massive discrepancy between the way that the actual human being writes and the response that I had received? Like, let me bring up the fucking response again. The horse thing, like, was the funniest thing to me. And this does not mean AI. Yeah, that's what they probably mean, right? That's like an actual human being writing. This is probably somebody whose language is not, whose first language is not English. They're not a native English speaker. That's like the telltale sign of somebody being like, well, this makes sense in my own language. Maybe this is how did they say it in English. It does not mean AI. And I'm like, well, it's still AI. I wanted a fortune from a real human being, so please refund me. And they did refund me, which is like the cool thing about this. But you see, these are AI generated responses. What you're getting if you buy one of these things is someone putting it into a specifically like coded prompt. They probably have either ChatGPT or a similar LLM that has a lot of like fucking gorms and like neurons and stuff. And like specifically told them, you are a fortune-telling robot. You give people guidance and light and all this sort of stuff. And they feed them your text question, and this is the response that they give you. They just copy and paste it and send it to you on an Etsy message. And it's like, I mean, I could have done that myself. If I wanted some slop, I could have gone to the slop trough for a lot cheaper than like the $2. The positive affirmations that you're gonna get from a fortune-telling robot are not gonna be as real as if they were coming from a real human being who can actually like, you know, cognitively like see your positive qualities and go, you know what, you're actually a pretty cool person. What we want from something like this isn't just people saying, oh, there's a hidden quality within you, and I see it. They want to also, like, have something real and say, hey, there's something also that you could be working on, too, you know? You could, you know, speak up more. You could, you know, not be such a jerk to people. These are like negative things that like people can point out and have you work on. And something like ChatGPT 4 or like any of these like slop witch fortune-telling places, they're not gonna give you these things. They're not gonna tell you the scary stuff. They're not gonna tell you like it is. And to be fair, I am not super familiar with like working with ChatGPT because you couldn't like pay me $1 million to work with that thing. With that gas guzzling, water drinking, energy shitting machine. It is really crazy that I got a refund. Like, sometimes you just need to ask somebody and it just works. Sometimes you just need to, like, speak up and, like, go, excuse me, this is not the product that I wanted. Excuse me. And then they, like, refund you, even though they said they wouldn't. Kind of crazy. So, I spent, like, $2.50 on this, and I got all that back. Oh yeah, and by the way, how this stuff works is that was definitely a stock photo. Let me show you. You see this? You see this picture here? This one in particular? It's a fucking stock photo. Free pick. They just bought some stock photos and they were just like, hi. What if I just was like, these are all the photos of me doing all this Etsy witch stuff. Bitch, that's a stock photo. That's not actually you. That's not a real human being. You're just like pretending to be a human being. I looked around and all of the fucking Etsy witch shit was all the same like this. Everything was just the same. It was Slop City, baby. Until I came across one of these. Dusk Till Dawn treasures. They're currently on a quick vacation and like doing something else. This is a real human being. Do you see? This isn't just some AI slot person. No. This is a real ass human being. They've got a pit crew as their avatar. Oh, that's a real ass human. That's human right there. The thing that I like immediately honed in on, we can see what they like were selling. These were just like real pictures of like real things, right? Just like stuff around their house that they used to use fortune telling and stuff. This is the one that I zoomed in on with my big old eyeballs and was like, I need to get this right now. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Oracle card reading. It was just $2 and they do a 1 card pull and say, I'm gonna tell a fortune based off of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. That's fucking awesome. That's a real human being. This isn't AI slop. This isn't ChatGPT pulling shit out of its ass. This is a real human being saying vague fortune shit. That's what I fucking wanted, baby. What did I get? It took a while for them to get back to me because they're a real human being, you know? But the quality was much better. So first off, they're like, it's been a while since I bought it. There's been a hectic week. I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Do it whenever you're able to. Got your reading ready. Love your personalization, by the way. The thing that I sent them was, I'm currently in a very bad situation where I'm getting attacked by yo-yos, and my friend is being wrapped up by a yo-yo over an electrified pit. I'm referencing Season 0, of course, as we all know. The card that they pulled was Raid Raptor Readiness. This is a trap card that is support for Raid Raptor cards. It speaks of preparedness. The card also makes me think of tranquility, and I wonder if the message is that readiness leads to calm. Being prepared is always a good idea, but especially right now. I hope this reading helps. Blessings to you and yours. And they sent me a picture. A real picture. This isn't... Look at it! This is a real-ass picture! And I pulled the fucking card! Look! I got a fucking card! A Yu-Gi-Oh card! I gotta be prepared! For the calm! Raid Raptor Readiness! Look at this 5D's ass crap. Look! I got a fucking card! This is a real fucking human being and fortune-telling! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, baby! So, of course, I was like, this is fantastic. I'll leave you a glowing review when I'm finally able to on, like, November 5th, when Etsy finally allows me to give it a 5-star. It's This is great, right? It isn't just that, like, I got a fun little thing in response. This is because, like, a human being took the time out of their day to say, you know what? You gave me $2. I will tell you that a vague fortune in the future. Someday you need to get prepared for some sort of calm that's gonna be in the future. I believe in you, you know? Let's pretend in the fun little fields and like skip around, hold hands and spin and such and go, what if we had the power to see the future? And if we did, what if, just maybe, we can see that there is a hope for the future and a beautiful light on the horizon, huh? Play in the fucking fields with me a little bit. Raid Raptor readiness. Play in the fucking fields, you know? Great. Fantastic. I love it. It's more vague. It's definitely not this, like, crazy wordy reply that we got from, the other Etsy witch who was using ChatGPT or some other LLM slop machine. But I like the real human being a lot more. It's just a lot more fun. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer human connection. Am I crazy? But yeah, that's what we all want, right? All we want is another human being to sit down with us and say, I hear you. I know your pain. You know what? Maybe the future will be brighter if we all work together. We live for tomorrow. That's what we want. Like, sure, with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, what we actually want is, you know, blood to be pumping every day of our life and shit. Will the future be better in 5 minutes? Well, I mean, you gotta be there to find out, you know? Like, that's what, like, the mechanical use, the practical, like, actual use for fortune telling for someone like me who's very, like, utilitarian in that regard is that it just gives people hope, you know? Whatever works, man. Maslow hierarchy of need, we got like the food and stuff on the bottom, self-actualization on the top, somewhere in like the top middle area is, I don't know, maybe at the bottom actually. Somewhere in there is hope. You gotta have hope for everything else. And fortune telling, it works. I guess it fucking works. Whatever works, man. Whatever gets you to tomorrow, baby. If fortune telling is the thing that makes you hopeful for like a bright, beautiful future for tomorrow because a fortune teller said you've just got to keep living, then I'm glad that you're alive right now. Anyway, so there was a Twilight Zone episode that was like this. Nick of Time. Where a funny little, like, robot devil creature thing was just, like, telling people some vague fucking answers, and everyone was like, I gotta listen to the vague fucking answers, because they're telling the future and stuff. It's just such a human thing. Like, obviously, like, it's in the 1960s, right? This was long before anyone knew of, like, ChatGPT. Imagine if they did. That'd be crazy. That's a real fucking fortune teller right there. If they knew of ChatGPT 1960s, that's fucking Nostradamus too, baby. But fortune telling's been around for like ever since humans have existed. Like, you know, the Zoltan booth guy who's like telling you fortunes and stuff for like 25 cents. Right? He's just like giving you vague advice like, I have seen the future, you have a great and powerful untapped potential, you must continue to believe in yourself and stuff and things. A penny fortune telling? Oh my god, I said quarter because I'm like fucking like 2020 brained. Pennies. God, the cow said pennies back in the day. Jesus Christ. But it's crazy, right? Like, this makes sense. Somebody just, like, you know, putting in quarters, pennies, it's fucking pennies, and going, oh man, I don't know what the future is gonna hold. I have to rely on something else to tell me what the future is gonna be because I'm scared. The point is, this has been an issue for humanity since, like, forever. And maybe, like, this specific thing doesn't exist, this little devil machine that, like, tells the future, but it is, like, the Twilight Zone episode is preying on something that existed during that time. This isn't just come out of the ether. This was making commentary about something that existed at that time. So we've been dealing with shit like this since forever, and we're probably going to continue to be dealing with this shit since forever, and into the future. I'm making a grand and powerful prediction that past events help, you know, shape what the future is gonna be. If you want to predict the future, look at what past things are happening. And, like, cause and effect. The scientific method. Wow. Golly, you want to know what the weather's gonna be like tomorrow? Well, we have incredibly powerful models that predict these things because they're based off of past events. They're, like, you know, humidity readings and, like, people, like, measuring, like, wind in the skies all throughout, like, the world every single day using weather balloons and stuff. It's all this data. But ChatGPT can't do that. All it can do, all that it has been trained to do, is make it sound like it knows these things. It's predictive text. We have trained a random word generator to sound like it's making sentences. We have said, these words go next to each other, more commonly like this. Good job. I will reward you now, my ChatGPT LLM thing, my funny large language learning model. You good job. The word slop machine that makes sentences ends up making longer sentences, more complex sentences, and then starts making paragraphs and stuff. And that's how we've gotten here. We've just made predictive text be very, very good at predicting what the next word is going to be. That's it. That's all that we've done. We haven't made something that can actually predict anything in the future. We've just done something that can predict text based off of training of text. And a lot of the training of the text is like Reddit. You want Reddit to give you a fortune? They're gonna tell you to, like, put glue in your pizza. So, it's 2025. We live in an era where these large language learning models are being used for all sorts of things and not really being helpful in any situation, except for one that I have seen. An actual situation where an LLM was actually useful was scamming scammers by wasting their time, making them think that they were talking to an old lady. It's something that Kit Boga and his team of people who scam scammers and stuff and do, like, counter scamming sort of situations where they, like, use a large language learning model trained to make them sound like, you know, old people and waste the time of scammers so that they don't actually scam real old people and, like, other people who are vulnerable. That's, like, the one use I have seen for large language learning models. People are latching on to this new technology, much like how everyone always latches on to new technologies that come up, and they're just putting it wherever they go. So, of course, they're going to be using something like this for, like, fortune telling, for, like, something that's, like, vague, not rooted in, like, a reality, like cause and effect that's, like, something that can be, like, measured or something like that. They're gonna do something like this. Like, for instance, this is a shop that I have been keeping an eye on. This was one that I saw on stream, like, a month and a half ago. This is a shop that I saw a month and a half ago. And it only had, like, 0 sales at the time. Now it has 26 sales, and the prices are still the same, but people have actually been buying these, like, 80 cents job protection spells, obstacle break spells, focus exam spells, car manifest spell. These are just people who are like, okay, for 80 cents, maybe this will give me some peace of mind. Job success spell. It's a lot of people buying the job success spell, obstacle break spell. Really funny that somebody bought the car manifest spell. Manifest a car! Yeah, can I summon a car? Can I, like, summon that card to my location? They think, like, because they have this little bit of money, they can just, like, input money and get some sort of result in return. It feels like something, like you're doing something. When you pay money for something, it feels like you're, like, inputting energy. You've done something. It feels substantial, so you feel like you're gonna get something in result of it. And this AI, like, just the AI art, just the AI writing, all of that shit is perfectly slated for a fortune-telling thing. Just like a spell, a vague fortune about the future, just like a little PDF of like a funny little ritual made with ChatGPT. It's perfectly made to fucking scam you for all you're worth. So don't buy any of this shit. Don't look into it and go, oh, maybe it'll work. It doesn't. It doesn't. Look, just come to me. You don't have to spend me any money. You just come to my fucking streams and go like, I need a spell made. And I'll be like, I'll do the spell right here and now for you, you know? Just go to your friend even. Go to a friend and go like, hey, I need you to use a magical spell and, I don't know, manifest, my car, I guess. I don't know. It's called getting comforted by a friend. Oh, manifest a car up your ass! Oh! I summon a car in your butthole! Ah! Did it work? Let's take a look at, like, some of these really ridiculous spells. Like, this one was one that was really fucking stupid. Do you see how many... Not only are they clearly AI generated, they're still on here, clearly AI generated. A lot of them are $900 breast enlargement spell. And then there's like several that are penis growth spells. I would guess that they're taking down these spells and like re-uploading them on the site, making it seem like people are actually buying them for like $900. I've seen them go for like $3. I've been keeping a track on this fucking website. Nobody's buying like the big booty spell for $500. They're buying it for like $2. Anything that anyone could ever desire is on Etsy Witch store websites, and they say, oh, you want whatever you desire? Just give me money and I'll give you the AI generated image. It's the shit like this that like really baffles me. People are actually buying this shit. There's so many of these. You need to understand. There are, like, I don't want to say like thousands of websites, it's thousands of stores. I want to say like maybe like 50s of stores that are like this. King Mindset activation. Eagle Eye of Clarity activation. Like, it's shit like this. Chemical Soul Embodiment Level 1. I don't know if I can say that word out loud without somebody, like, misinterpreting me. Void Gate activation. Like, are you kidding me? It would be so cool if I could Void Gate activation. Sacred Sisterhood activation. Secret Angels of Etheric Beauty and Irradiance initiation. Like, these are all just, like, somebody, like, entering in prompts into ChatGPT, telling them, like, tell me, what new spell should I make? Celestial Watchtower activation! And then, like, making the image, and then it just gives you bullshit. Let's look at this thing. For $22, you could get the Void Gate activation. And there's like thousands of these spells on Etsy Witch stores. They're stupid, they don't work. They just enter field with a void, sacred space of limitless possibility where creation begins and old patterns dissolve. By engaging with its activation, you can release energetic blockages, access clarity amidst uncertainty, and awaken your ability to harness the transformative power of the void and personal growth and spiritual growth. Yeah, this is ChatGPT. Anyways. Or any sort of LLM. This is just some bullshit, right? Unless you have access to a powerful coven of, like, 6-year-olds making, like, mud soup in the playground, you will never have powers, alright? The only powers that we can gather in this world are through vaccinations. Where can I summon a 1999 Toyota Corolla? You could take the engine out of this car, drop it off the Golden Gate Bridge, fish it out of the water 1,000 years later, fill up the tank with Nutella, and this puppy would start right up. Can I unlock fast travel? Can an Etsy witch unlock fast travel for me? My conclusion to all of this is, if you are really interested in something like this, in like some spirituality, in like trying to understand yourself, I would highly recommend you looking into philosophy. Like, start like reading like philosophical texts and stuff, and like get into Simone de Beauvoir, and like way back in the day when I listened to more podcasts, when I had more time to listen to more podcasts, I like to listen to Philosophize This. It was a really good podcast that helped, like, demystify, like, philosophy. And helped explain it, and it made me feel as though I was understanding, like, thought processes and stuff. Hold on. Pause. Does that say Samurai Heart Flame Activation? Samurai Heart... What? Can I become a samurai? Can I pay $22 to this random Etsy witch to get Samurai Heart Flame Activation, but real now? No. The answer's no. The Crystal Keeper line activation. Solar Divine DNA upgrades. The Strands activation. There's so much shit like this. AI generated slop. It just makes me want to barf. It's Sailor Moon attack all the way down. This is true. Yeah, name your new Sailor Moon attack. Hold on. Let's go to like page number 3. Which one of these is your favorite for your Sailor Moon attack? Master Manifestor activation. Inner Child Joy frequency and light cord embodied art. Soul alignment frequency and light cord activated art. Pythagoras? The guy who didn't want to eat beans? Why would you want to be attuned to him? There was a cult! Oh, God. And some of these get a little bit racist, as you can tell by the Native American headdress on the far right over there. Far right, am I right? Shiva's Trident of Transcendence's attunement. What does that even fucking mean? Anyways, if you've got the time, I would say look into some good philosophy stuff. Judith Butler! Everyone, yeah. If you want to get into philosophy and like demystify who you are as a human being, look into Judith Butler. Yeah. Try that one. Try that one on for size. Don't look at this shit. Go look at Judith Butler. And if you have the money, I would say look into therapy. Like, find a therapist that will tell you like it is and work with you and help you like become a more like grounded and like reasonable person that can like talk to people like a human being. So that we can all like work together and connect to each other, because that's all we really want. We just all want to be understood. Before learning about philosophy, I felt a little bit like lost and stuff. But after listening to a little bit of philosophy from like Philosophize This and like, learning about like a whole bunch of philosophy from them, I feel like I understand myself a lot more. So I can tell you from like personal experience that it works for me, at least. If a therapist is giving up and they're a bad therapist and you need to find a better one, you need to find another one. It takes a while to find a good therapist. I can attest to that as well. And also, don't use AI for therapy. AI is going to be telling you what you want to hear and not what you need to hear. Alright? I want us all to be like better people, better able to communicate, better able to work together. And that's not gonna happen if you listen to an AI that's just gonna say, oh, you're great, you're doing great, you have a hidden talent within your soul, and people just don't see it. That's not how it works, buddy. I'm sorry, but no. And as far as, like, the future is concerned, we are active participants in the present who are building a future that we're all going to be living in, you know, days, months, weeks, months, years from now. So, start building that future that you want to live in, right? Things that can help these things is like going out and going to vote! Woohoo! But also stuff like volunteering in like a food kitchen, teaching people. Teaching people's huge. It's these little tiny small things that help build up the stuff over time. You want to build a better future, you gotta be an active participant in building that future. I don't know what that's gonna look like for you in particular. I just have to give vague advice on something like this. But a better future is possible. And the first step to, like, having that big, bright, beautiful future is to believe that it is possible. I don't know, you could be a good teacher. Just, like, pull on your, like, your personal experiences and, like, be like, so here's something that I did that didn't work out well. Don't do what I did. You know? We all gotta teach each other. We all gotta learn. Everyone's got something to teach each other. And we're always learning. The better way forward is through kindness and understanding. Funny little Etsy witch teardown and brief overview of what it looks like and all the bullshit that it contains. If you enjoyed this video, then I would highly recommend looking at my other videos. It helps me out a lot. You still need my BB. You will get it tomorrow. And you too, viewer, could see BB tomorrow if you go to my streams. I stream on Twitch, usually 4 days a week. You could see me there. I would highly recommend therapy. Yeah, if you have the money, I would highly recommend therapy. Like, I'm not joking. It's great. It's awesome. It kind of sucks in the process, but you come out of the fire a better person. It depends on the therapist. You also have to spend some time finding a good therapist too. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that shit. I'll see you guys then around. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. They'll be on the screen somewhere. Alright, goodbye everybody. Bye, bye, bye.